I have a love-hate relationship with Strange New Worlds at this point. It's very different than like Discovery was, where it's just like, okay, this is absolute trash and not Star Trek whatsoever. I can disregard it. It actually has a lot of the feel of Star Trek. It actually has a pretty good cast as far as things go. It's got good sets, good premise. I mean, it's something that like can be great and it's fun to watch at moments, even though they suffer from a lot of the Alex Kurtzman isms in the writing that kind of has permeated Star Trek since 2009, making it into this is an action show rather than this is a scientific research vessel sort of thing. So it's got hits and misses on this point. I think Anson Mount, as much as he's obnoxious as a human being, is a really good Captain Pike and does a good job. And I think the actor who plays Spock does a pretty good job on that front too. They've got a guy now who's Scotty, who's pretty good, and so it's all there. It's just they make so many mistakes like this one that are just painful to watch. So let's get into this in just a moment. Please hit the like and subscribe button as we talk about all things science fiction here on the channel. Really appreciate you. And I am writing my own series right now. It's called Valiant Frontiers. It's going to be coming out very, very soon. And it's a space exploration series. So if you like my thoughts on writing, on what Star Trek should be, in that sort of sense of wonder that the show used to be, I think you'll really, really enjoy my books. So I want you to get on my newsletter because I'm going to be crowdfunding this in a couple weeks here. I'm just waiting for a couple things to fall into place first, and then I'm going to get these books out to you. So I want to stay in touch with you. Join my newsletter. You get 3 free books just for signing up. A sci-fi book, a fantasy book, and a full superhero graphic novel. And I really appreciate connecting with all of you guys on here. That's in the description below. Thank you. I also have an Amazon link and my web store if you want to check out my current books and support the channel. It means a lot to me that you guys read so much, and it's been amazing the last couple of years. So yeah, this one is dovetails off of the last one. So this is pretty interesting. Strange New Worlds managed to have like some interconnecting larger personal plots that grow while still maintaining a Planet of the Week sort of thing. And I think that's a great compromise for like modern writing on like how to do Star Trek in general. And some of it's been really good and some of it's been really enjoyable. Some of it's also been really bad and some of it's just been off on the continuity stuff. So we have a little that's all over the map here. In this episode, we have Captain Pike and M'Benga, our doctor here, who I really like too, are going off to some like Klingon demilitarized zone planet where they are attempting to bring back some rare flower that could probably save Captain Pike's girlfriend by genetically transforming her. There's a little twist to that towards the end of the episode. You have to kind of know that, like in the season finale, season premiere, that she got infested by Gorn eggs. It's like they made the Gorn into like alien at this point. And so she's going to die at some point because of that. So that's what kind of where the personal plot sets up. Pike decides to take the risk because he doesn't want his girlfriend to die, and M'Benga goes with him. They end up on this planet, and there's like this abandoned research facility. They see these dead bodies. It's creepy, and Klingons show up and start attacking them because we find out later that M'Benga is actually being tracked by these Klingons who have like some like blood debt against him because of what he did during the Klingon War, which is something that was referenced in the original series and then, of course, was expanded upon in Discovery's first season, which was a complete disaster. So this suffers again from a little bit of the Discovery or 2009 Star Trek isms in that, whenever they want to go somewhere, they immediately just fly there and it takes like 10 seconds. And, they've got we've got this whole genetic thing. I just came up with a cure idea like of some rare flower and we're just going to magically find it right now. And it's so fast paced in like their like little scientific discoveries and things like that. This happened to Discovery too. It was like, we're going to science it. And yeah, the whole universe is exploding. And I just pressed some buttons. We're cool. And it goes a little too fast to feel natural, like Star Trek: The Next Generation or Deep Space Nine used to. And so I wish they'd slow that sort of thing down. But I mean, they obviously think this is good for quote modern pacing, which just kind of makes it more fantasy-ish than sci-fi at this point because it doesn't feel like they're focused on the science element of it at all anymore. And that's one of my gripes about the show. Now, we get down here. We have some good personal moments with Pike and M'Benga. They great character dialogue. So there's goods and bads with all this. The fights with the Klingons were kind of fun. And then like they do the unthinkable in this, and this is kind of where like it goes off the rails. You see in the background here, literal zombies, and so some virus or something got a hold of these people and from their science experiments, and it turned them into zombies, flesh-eating, human-eating zombies, the exact same thing. And they actually say zombies in the episode, like Captain Pike does it, just in case you weren't aware of what they were. It's like, oh gosh. And so this again just takes Strange New Worlds and goes, well, what if Star Trek did The Walking Dead? And it's like, please don't. Just make a science fiction concept that makes sense within the context of the Star Trek universe. Please just try. And they have, it's like, and they have before. It's just like some of them work, some of them don't, and they go off the rails on this kind of stuff, which just feels like, when you've got a 10-episode season and you're wasting a one on a zombie thing, you do a Trelane comedy episode, which they did last time. You've got another like murder mystery episode coming up, which is the one they've been hyping. You've got 3-4 episodes out of the 10 that like are not actually developing things or feel like Star Trek. They're like these like riffs off of other genres that they're trying to shoehorn into Star Trek. I mean, we know the singing episode last season was a big part of that. It just doesn't work, and it's so painful to watch. So, the first half of this, as they're searching for it, I'm like, okay, a rare flower is going to just genetically modify her. Yeah, it's a little, this is again, like this is like D&D quest level, like Star Trek. It doesn't feel like sci-fi. It feels like a fantasy quest in space, right? And which is fine. It's like, I can accept that. And the character moments, like I said, were pretty good. So I enjoyed that. The Klingon blood debt with M'Benga and all that, very interested in that. Pretty interesting to see like how this all went with her and then how that went. But also, the Klingon lady is so crazed here that she decides to just like duel M'Benga to the death while zombies are like trying to get into this force field area because she just doesn't even care about the zombies or surviving. She just wants to do this. I mean, like, you'd have to be really stupid to be in a situation like that. And I get they ham up the Klingons like that often over the course of all the shows here like that, but it just doesn't really make a lot of sense given the context of the situation. It's like they even Pike and him and M'Benga are like, can we just get off planet first and then deal with this? And she's like, no, and then just goes for this stupid fight. And then because she loses, she feels dishonored from losing, and so she then goes and fights the zombies to the death to, quote, distract them for a moment while Pike and M'Benga get beamed out. So this strong female lead again shows up here in the middle of this episode, fights all the zombies off, saves them pretty much, and Pike and M'Benga like get Deus Ex Machina beamed out. Okay, this was like such a weak written episode on that, and like the zombies concept's annoying. That's like, okay, the main characters don't even solve the thing, and we learn that the like flower process is going to like merge Pike's girlfriend's cells with Gorn DNA, which is going to irrevocably change her, but might keep her alive. So that's like the big twist that's going to happen later. On the starship, we have a problem with the kind of lesbian-looking lady, Ortega, who's like violating orders to go rescue them, and ends up getting a reprimand. Again, that's a pretty nice personal plot through this whole deal, which was enjoyable. And so some of the personal development stuff compensates for the cringy stuff that's going on, which is what makes this tolerable compared to Discovery and Picard and the like. Those personal plots were not interesting. These actually are, and they actually are doing a decent job on that level. But my gosh, 10 episodes. I've now wasted one on a zombie episode. The one before, again, nice, interesting personal plots with Christine Chapel and Spock that were interesting. But it's like, okay, so we have this like Trelane showed up before the Trelane episode, like sort of thing, and doesn't remember any of these people. Like it, it's like bad continuity decisions, bad zombie decisions, and it just leaves kind of a sour taste in your mouth. Even though, again, like this episode wasn't, I didn't hate it. Like, I mean, it was okay to watch, but it just didn't work, too. It wasn't Star Trek. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Are you still watching Strange New Worlds? Love to hear from you. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to sign up for my newsletter in the description below. Like I said, I've got a great series coming out soon called Valiant Frontiers. You are going to love it. If you like 90s Star Trek especially, this is going to be something for you, and I think I've knocked it out of the park on the writing here. If you like my thoughts on writing, you're definitely getting in on this. It's in the description below, and I've also got, of course, books on Amazon if you want to check those out. Thanks for supporting and, of course, checking out great science fiction. We'll be back.